Hello, everybody. We are the Matinee soundtrack. Thank you for tuning in. I am Amelia Rose, and I'm joined by my freaking incredible, awesome sauce co-host, Jeremy.
What an amazing introduction, Amelia Rose. I'm joined, but nobody could ever doubt the sheer whimsy and fun-loving nature you have.
Thank you.
That's what really carries the podcast.
Yeah. Today we are going to be discussing 1988 Oscar winner, Best Picture winner, Rain Man, starring Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman, also of The Graduate. Thank you, Simon and Garfunkel, for that beautiful soundtrack. Anyway.
Shout out Mrs. Robinson.
And then we will be discussing male manipulator music.
Very, very touchy subject for one of us. I haven't had too many run-ins with this breed of unseemly gentlemen. I think my co-host has a couple scars, which she may or may not get into later. And then, of course, we'll be ending with a fun game. I'll be testing Amelia Rose and, of course, you listeners at home on, can you guess the one-hit wonder from, their newer songs, or in some of the cases, the older one-hit wonders, their latest songs, because a lot of them aren't making music anymore. So that should be a bit of fun to kind of de-stress. Now, do we want to talk a little bit about what happened on Monday?
Oh, yes. We had the Oscars. I don't know if many people listening were tuning into the Oscars. Hopefully you were, because we are going to yap about some of the winners.
I thought it was a good ceremony.
Yeah.
I didn't think there were many, undeserving winners as we've had in the past couple of years. We've had a couple acting performances where everyone's just like, oh, really? So I thought all of the winners were good choices, and there weren't as many, to me at least, resounding, wow, that's such an inspired choice, didn't expect them to win. But with the exception probably of Amy Madigan in Weapons, I didn't expect that, but I'm very happy she got it, because I feel like that's a role that doesn't, it's a horror movie, I guess, icon at this point. I mean, everybody adores that character, and not a lot of screen time till the end of the movie, but I thought that win was a good choice. Yeah.
I do recall you flaming Jessie Buckley when she won. Well,
it's a good performance, but I feel like Rose Byrne just me that was the best performance of the year.
Agree.
And for her to leave this entire award season with nothing is really. But I feel like the real loser is Saoirse Ronan for somehow fumbling being the first Irish woman to win an Oscar after 5 nominations.
Well, yeah. Also, honorable mention, Jesse Plemons from Begonia.
Oh yeah, that was a roll.
That was I'm so upset that there weren't as many Begonia nominations. I thought that film was incredible. That was my top. I wanted that to win. I knew it wouldn't, but I wanted it to win. Yeah,
and none of the awards that they were nominated for really stood a chance. I mean, Emma Stone, they weren't going to give it a third one in such short succession. Because obviously Sean Penn, we did have a third time winner, but it had been a decent while since his last win.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I mean that was probably the one that people would be like, oh, he wasn't even there, justice for Delroy Lindo or Stellan Skarsgård. But I mean, if you've seen one battle after another,
that was obvious.
His performance is ridiculously good.
Yeah.
But yes, and a big, very, very sad for Kieran Culkin. He talked about prior on the red carpet before the ceremony even started. He was like, oh, I was speaking to RDJ, who gave me the Oscar last year, and RDJ said the only one of the few things that's more, I guess humbling and a great experience to do than winning an Oscar is being able to hand one to somebody else. Which is probably why he threw in that jab of he cannot be here tonight.
Yeah.
Or
I guess I'll accept it for
or,
him.
But then or he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
Which is, that's. I mean, it's a tough look to ever be nominated for an Oscar and not turn up. The only I feel acceptable examples are either winning one before, I guess, is winning 2 before is maybe an example. You're oh, who cares? Or if you're ill. I think Anthony Hopkins, when he won in 2021, was ill, but Sean Penn's just sitting at home chilling. But yeah, as you mentioned, Rain Man had a very successful night when back in the day in '88, nine nominations, I think, and it won 4, and 4 major ones. It won director, picture, actor, and best original screenplay. So that was, I mean, not sweep, because they only won 4 out of their 9 or 10 nominations, but in terms of the big ones, they swept. This week was Amelia Rose's first time watching Rain Man, and well, this might be a theme for this show. Like last week, how I liked but didn't enjoy Almost Famous as much as Amelia Rose did. I mean, Rain Man's probably a 9.5 out of 10 movie for me, but for Amelia Rose, not quite as good.
I don't know. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I rated it a 3.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Like, it was good, but it's not like, wow.
Yeah.
I love this movie. It's like, yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Are you then surprised that it won Best Picture? And
a little bit.
Yeah.
It just, like, I didn't know anything about it other than, like, Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise are brothers, and Dustin Hoffman has autism. That's like the only thing I knew about it.
I mean, because that's like the most contentious point.
Yeah.
A bit that's always debated is, I mean, I don't think anybody really questions that it's a great performance. I'm not sure that's a question, but obviously the merits of, what does that, the promotion of stereotypes around autism and things like that. And I think we'll get that into a bit later. But I think what's kind of just in terms of the context around this movie, what's kind of shocking is this movie was the highest grossing movie of the year. And if anybody at home hasn't seen Rain Man, I recommend it because, I mean, well, it's a cultural cornerstone. There's, I mean, the whole idea of, these misconceptions about many things. Obviously, the whole, maybe like it overrepresents or overstates how many people think that people with autism are savants or geniuses in certain ways. Yeah. But also other things like a misconception that Qantas has never had a plane crash. They have never had a jet aircraft crash, which I guess is, I mean, Raymond's point in the movie. So he wouldn't be concerned at all about their, non-jet aircraft because that's what they're flying on. Yeah. But that's a misconception. Also the misconception that card counting is illegal. Because while casinos can kick you out for it, it's not illegal. Like in the movie, they're like, the state of Nevada does not allow such things, and it's like that's just not true. Like they're like, what I mean, in real life, what they do is they'll be like, yeah, I mean, like, because they've got no obligation to serve you, so they could just be like, yeah, I mean, you're barred from the casino, take your winnings, like, good job, like, you're doing it successfly, but we caught you in the end, and you can take your winnings and leave. But they're like threatened with legal action. It's like it's best that you leave now. And then Charlie's just like, wow, like, what evidence do you have? It's like, which, to be fair, they wouldn't have any. Like, yeah. I think I'm pretty sure it's not really stated, but I think the implication is that the what is it, the sparkly girl? I can't remember what her actual name is.
Yeah, I was like thinking that was gonna be more important because there's like a scene where he's like talking to a woman. She's like, what are you doing here? And he's like, counting her cards. We're counting cards. And that just like, I don't know. I
think that is the implication is meant to be then that's why they get kicked out, because they have the whole thing of like they're looking at them through the cameras and like we can't spot anything.
Yeah.
But because I mean the guy is counting cards, but he I mean he can just do it. Like and all Raymond, Dustin Hoffman's character, is telling Charlie, who we haven't stated yet, Charlie is Tom Cruise. All he's telling him is just like like all Raymond does is he bets 2 chips if it's a good bet, like if we're gonna win, and he bets 1 chip if it's bad, and like that's not an illegal strategy, because I mean that's also just like if you feel, I mean, this is what regular gamblers do without any knowledge. If they feel good about a hand, they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna bet more. Like that's just like gambling. And so I think that is meant to be the only reason. Like that's why they kick out, is because they have this testimony from this girl at the bar who's like, oh, like the weird kid who's been winning loads of money says they're counting cards. So, yeah, I mean, do you have any specific quotes or moments about Raymond's character in particular that you either liked or didn't like?
I've only got a couple written down.
Okay.
I love Kmart socks. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah, the whole underwear thing.
Yeah.
And then he throws it on the highway. After he just throws it out the car, he's like, uh-oh, your pants are on the highway.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. I've got written down, I don't remember this, but
Yeah.
I've just got written in quotations, fart.
Yeah, no, because they're in the phone booth and Raymond farts.
Oh.
And like,
Yeah.
and Charlie's just like, why don't you open the door a bit, like I can't stand. And he's like, I don't mind the smell. When he's just, Charlie's like flipping out over it. Yeah, that whole scene on the highway, it's specifically around the underwear, but also the bit where
underwear is underwear, Raymond.
he's just like, Tom Cruise is a very good. This performance reminds me a bit of Jeremy Maguire, but I guess I think
Jeremy again, another.
I
You
think
said
it's
that last
okay.
week.
Well, it's hard because it's Jerry Maguire, so
Yeah.
the name is just Jeremy Guire.
Jeremy
That's the name.
Guire.
Anyway, except Charlie Babbitt's more of a dick. Like, and that's when I rewatched, because I'd seen this movie once at the start of last year and like loved it, and then rewatching it for this week, I was like, oh, Charlie's even more of a dick than I remember. Like, I
Yeah.
remember him being unsympathetic and annoying, but I think especially in 1988, that's probably expected for somebody who's people aren't. The whole concept of neurodivergency is like just not there. And I mean, yeah, there's a number of R slurs in this movie, which definitely age poorly. But I guess it's definitely a look into the time, specifically because this raised like a lot more people were aware of autistic people and how they might move through life. But yeah.
I've just got written down, Tom Cruise, stop being mean, please. I feel maternal. I was like, there was like a point where I was just like, can you please stop? Like, I'm actually like so sad right now.
But did that make the end like that much like
Yeah,
sweeter?
I was like tearing up. It's like, oh. Yeah.
Like
I like having you for my older brother. That was like so cute.
And how it turns from like I'm owed this money to just like, why didn't anybody tell me I had a brother? Like, and then the whole thing of like, I would have liked to known him for more than 6 days, whatever. Which is like, yeah, I mean, like I get the whole thing of, oh, he's in LA. Obviously the dad's like tried to reach out and he's not responding.
Yeah.
But like when the dad dies and then he turns up to Walbrook at the mental institute, and it's like he only discovers Raymond because Raymond's outside mucking around with the car, and he's like, what are you doing with this car?
Yeah.
Like, but he goes see the doctor. The doctor's like, okay, this is Charlie Babbitt. I've had his brother in my care for the last 20 years. I know he's done really well, and I'm not going to be like, oh, Charlie, you're here. I guess you're here to see Raymond. Like, he's just like, oh, I'm going to keep hiding the brothers. Like, that's fucked up, man. And then the whole thing is he's offering a check, $250,000. Like, no, I just want to like hang out with my brother. And like, I don't know. And then the bit at the end, because everybody Raymond likes, he's like, that's my main man. And then he says their name out, and it's like VERN. He's like, my main man, CHIRLIE. So sweet.
I was like, ah.
Yeah.
My Shayla. Also, can we just note, like, with the father, when he finds out his father's died at the start, there's like funky 80s music. I'm just like, okay, interesting music choice.
Do you know who did the music for this movie?
Yes, also the composer of the Boss Baby movie.
Hans Zimmer. Very, very, he is, well, I mean, firstly, addressing the allegations around Hans Zimmer, he definitely does not write all of the music like that he's done in his career. Maybe this early on he was, but like certainly more recently, he has like a whole team of people. It's like a Thomas Edison situation. Like he has ideas and he gets other people to like flesh out the ideas, and then he takes it and he sticks his name on it, whatever. So if you're ever wondering like, how does the guy do like 4 music, soundtracks in an entire year? Like that should be impossible for anybody to do. You're right. He works with a team of people. But yeah, this I want to low-key talk about the music a little bit. Obviously, we're also a music podcast, so it makes sense to. But there's a lot of like, it's a lot of kind of synthy stuff. Like, I mean, I guess it's the 80s, so of course it's gonna have that. But yeah, I thought a lot of the music was also just kind of, and sometimes it works when they have like those kind of like locked off shots when they're just driving, and that and like especially when they're leaving Walbrook, like that iconic shot where they're walking down the driveway.
Yeah.
Which
I was like, that's the movie poster. I kept like turning and be like, that's a movie poster.
It's a great poster.
It's so good.
Like, I get why people were like, oh, a movie that I don't even know how they market it. Like, it's called Rain Man. What the hell does that mean? Yeah. It's about two. Like,
you're the Rain Man. I was like losing it at that scene.
Kind of like, cheesy, I guess, but it's like a heartwarming because like he's mentioned earlier on is like says something about like Rain Man is like just a stupid childhood thing that I've
he told
forgotten.
me the Rain Man would get me or something.
No, the Rain Man would sing to me when I was sad.
Oh yes, that's it.
Yeah, no, it's like really it's like sweet, whatever, and it's like that's because and then he's especially because when you're with somebody who can't really articulate themselves and he just figures it out for himself and he's just like. And then like he learns about the whole thing about the burning as well. Like like you thought you burned me. They thought you burned me as a baby, like in the hot tub. I don't know, it's like it's kind of sad.
And then you like get the shot of the photo in the tub after that. It's like, wow. I like that photo, guys. But I'm like, symbolism, I guess.
This is another question. Had you heard of Who's On First before this movie?
No.
So you were just like, what?
Yeah, I was just like, what is he saying?
Abbott and Costello, everybody, great comedic duo. Their bit Who's On First, where the whole thing is like, it's like a mistake. It's a bunch of misconceptions where the guy who plays baseball, whose position is first base, his last name is literally Who, like WHO. And obviously he's like, who's on first? And the other guy's like, oh, like, yeah, naturally, of course that's where he plays. And the guy's like, what? Like, what do you, he's like, what? Like, what do you mean? It's like, no, what's on second base? And like, there's a whole graphic you can look it up on all the names of the people. And eventually, and I think the shortstop, like the last position, is like, his name is like, I don't give a damn anymore, which is obviously the last line of the thing. The guy who's just crashing out over not understanding who's playing anywhere. He's just like, I don't give a damn anymore. It's like, no, he's at shortstop. And it's just, I don't know, it's a very interesting choice for Raymond to just like, but I also get it as well because like he doesn't really understand comedy. Yeah. And so he's just, and because he read it. Like, it's not a funny bit if you read it read. Well, I guess it could be, but it's obviously more like, it's funny when you see them perform it live because it was in a movie. But his vocal stims, do you have any favourites of his numerous vocal stims?
Uh-oh. I've like got a couple written down. Just 97 eggs, bam. The future of rock and roll. I just love like the bam. I thought that was really funny.
I mean, he's very good with the timing of it. Cause, like,
yes.
Because he doesn't get quicker. That's the thing when you repeat something, you just tend to get quicker with it. But he holds the pace every long, so it feels like he's like waiting long. And like, you see Charlie just go like, just change the channel, man. When it's that's a great like double entendre because he's probably requesting for the radio channel to be changed. He's also just like Raymond, change your channel. Like just say something else, bro, instead of just bam 97X. And what's it? Oh, Charlie Babbit made a joke.
Oh,
it's just so cute. Do you think a movie like that would make a $1.1 billion today?
No.
Well, that's how much it made in 1988.
That's crazy.
Like, that obviously adjusted for inflation, but like 1.1 billion for like I kind of struggle to define as genre because there's funny bits in it, but it's not a comedy.
Yeah. I just like tagged it as the drama on Letterboxd.
It's kind of a drama, I guess. Yeah. But like, but beyond that, like usually there's more to things than just it's a drama. Like it's not a thriller. It's not romance. Unless you count the dancing in the elevator with Susanna. Susanna's an interesting character in this. Like, I don't know. It's kind of refreshing that you have the main character that's meant to be the main character's girlfriend at the start of the film, and not really once is she ever like okay with his shit. Yeah. And like she does just snap and leave, which you feel like in a lot of movie tropes, like the partner of the main character is just sticking around and they're doing all these things and you're upset with them. And now she's just like, oh, fuck you, I'm out, and then leave.
She's just like constantly kind of like holding him accountable for everything he says, and, like how rude he is to Raymond at the start. She's like, that is not okay, and she like keeps warning him, and he doesn't think she's gonna leave, and then she does.
And it leads to my favorite moment of the whole movie, which is, Raymond the entire night. This is his first night away from the mental institute, and all his rigid routines, which keep him comfortable, and he's like crashing out the whole time. And what he does when he's nervous, he just says I don't know to everything. If he's unsure about anything, he'll just say I don't know. Even to the most basic questions, he'll be like, "Is your name Raymond?" He'll say I don't know, and he's been saying I don't know for. I mean, it's like 20 minutes of screen time, but you assume it's like 2 hours to every single question. Every single statement to him is just I don't know, I don't know. And Charlie and Susanna are having an argument, and Susanna's just like, you know, you're using me. You use people. Using me. You're using Raymond. And then Charlie's like, oh, and like Charlie's like, okay, I'm gonna get her here because he's just saying I don't know everything. He's gonna be like, Raymond, am I using you? And then he just says, yeah. and then Charlie just crashes out. He's just like, shut up. He is answering a question from 30 minutes ago. And like he's like shirtless as well, which makes him more animated. He's like pointing, like he's spiraling. Yeah, he's spiraling. But
he's like Charlie Day from Always Sunny in the like the mail room.
Yeah, that moment killed me when I saw it on the plane. I exploded into laughter because it's like so tense. Like, because the whole movie, we haven't mentioned it, but Charlie this whole time is like in a massive thing. He's imported cars from Europe and he needs to get like these paperwork, the EPA signed so they can, you know, be approved that they're smog like filters, because there's different laws in America and Europe in terms of how much, you know, the cars filter exhaust and things like that. And he's basically imported all these cars and he's going to try and sell them for profit, but the filtering thing's not getting passed, and it's a whole thing throughout the movie, this like nagging pressure about why he has to get back to LA from Cincinnati, and that's why they go on the massive road trip to get there. And so he's under so much pressure, and then he's dealing with his brother, and like most people, hasn't dealt with anybody with autism before, and he's just crashing. And then he thinks like, okay, I'm going to use it to my advantage here. He's going to say, I don't know, and that'll like help me in the argument. And then Raymond just hits him with a yeah. But yeah. I mean, problematic or not, what do we think around the autism?
I don't know. I think, like, for its time, it's a... I don't know.
It was, like, a good thing for its time.
Yeah.
That people need to be aware that people like this even exist.
Yeah, it, like, obviously raised awareness. But I think also it's, like, primarily told from Charlie's perspective. We don't actually... I feel like we don't see a lot of how Raymond's actually, like...
I think that is kind of the point, though.
Yeah.
Because they mention it, like, the professional doctors mention all the time he can't express himself accurately, which is why, you know, when he's nervous, he doesn't just say, you know, I'm uncomfortable. He starts citing Albert and Costello's bit, or if he's like, I don't know, like, well, it's not even shown, like, really moments when he's, like, really joyful. It's, I guess, when he just seems relaxed is, like, the most joyful he gets.
Yeah.
And... So I think that kind of portrayal is, like, okay. I think it gets a bit dangerous when everyone... I mean, because the whole thing of, like, people call each other... I don't know if you've heard this, but people are like, oh, my God, he's like fucking Rain Man, when someone's just really good with numbers and stuff like that.
I have not heard that.
Well, I hear... especially in America, like, if you listen to podcasts, specifically kind of like Douche Bro podcasts, I heard this when I was listening to the Travis Kelce podcast. They were talking about some, like... This is a whole tangent, but this other NFL player he seems like an... Like, I never met him, Rob Gronkowski. He's like a big, like, you know, meathead of a guy. Yeah. And one of the guys on the podcast is like, no, he's actually really good with numbers. And, like, you know, he's like fucking Rain Man, dude. And then Travis Kelce just like, holy shit, Rain Man, whatever. Like, and then, like, they were talking then about the counting card stuff. So it's a very well-known movie. Like, they all know about the...
Yeah.
And I think that stuff, because then people just assume that autistic people or people with any mental disability have some, like, super ability to, like, countermatch it, which is just not the case. Yeah. Like, they do have, like, and I mean, they do have abilities. Like, they, like, not, you know, they're not completely incapable. I mean, as they show, I mean, Raymond can drive a car, as he says the whole movie. I'm an excellent driver. I drive on the driveway, always on Sunday. Like, but yeah, I don't know, because they think, like, oh, like, I mean, and a Big Bang Theory doesn't help with that as well. It's like, oh, Sheldon's clearly autistic, but oh, he's a super genius again. He's got, like, a PhD and a Nobel Prize and all that. Like, that's it's that I think can be kind of harmful, because then people like expect things of these people. That's just not fair. I mean, like, And so I think this movie was very fitting for this week in a number of ways. Obviously, the Oscar success that helps, but also, as Susanna says, Charlie uses people, which makes him a male manipulator.
Oh my God,
he's very manipulative. Do you think he would listen to all these albums that you suggested?
I think maybe if he lived in this time.
Well, the Smiths.
Oh yeah.
Or I mean, Jeff Buckley again's probably a bit too late, but again, like the Smiths.
Perhaps.
You reckon he was?
What do you think Charlie was jamming to?
he seems like a kind of like a boring all-American kind of guy. Like, I reckon he's probably jamming out at this time, 88, just Guns N' Roses, a bit of Guns N' Roses. I reckon he fiends for some Michael Jackson.
Really?
Yeah. Because he's like, I reckon he's like telling like clients and people who are like screwing him over, he thinks are screwing him over, like, beat it. Just beat it.
Yeah.
His mate Lenny in the office. Like. So this is your segment now, the music.
My segment?
What do you want to get into?
What do I want to get into? Well, just for context, like, what do we mean by male manipulator albums? I guess it's like, well, you've got like the sort of stereotypical male manipulator who like appears like soft and sensitive and listens to all this like sad music with like great lyricism, and it's like, I'm not like other guys, I'm so misunderstood. And then he kind of like puts on that front, like, think like Tom from 500 Days of Summer, who like blames Summer for his like own miscommunication. And
Tom famously,
and Tom loves the Smiths.
I love the Smiths.
I love the Smiths.
Yeah, no, I see that, because I feel like there's almost a misconception around male manipulators. Like, no, they're like I feel like there's a misconception that male manipulators are chads in a way.
No,
like,
I think there's different types.
No,
but the one that you go.
I was gonna say, but like they think like, oh, they're like players all the time. But I feel like no, it's the guys who, you know, make you feel bad because they're like, oh, like come on, like you know, you like this always happens to me. And
nice guys always finish last. It's like they use like their charm to seem like really nice, but they just like.
But they're not.
They're not, guys. They're not.
There's a reason they're single.
Yeah.
Where do we want to start?
Where do we want to start? Do we start from the Smiths? The Queen is Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can.
So this is the title track, The Queen is Dead, from the Smiths. Well, that is The Queen is Dead. It was the Smiths' third studio album, released in 1986. So maybe Charlie Babbit was jamming to the Smiths at that time. The album spent 22 weeks on the UK albums chart, peaking at number 2. It reached number 70 on the US Billboard Top Pop Albums chart. In 2020, Rolling Stone ranked it 113th on its 500 greatest albums list. And in 2013, NME named it the greatest album of all time. So, just some context.
I mean, I see why this is the prototypical male manipulator album. Like, and these songs, like, don't get it wrong, they slap. Like,
they're so good.
They're good. But I mean, like, and Morrissey's voice is just, I feel like it's the epitome of like yearning.
Yeah, he's just like ovulating the whole time, like whining.
It's just like, oh, he's like very, very much a mouth, like open, just like soaring vote, like trying to, like he seems like a dramatic guy. Like I know, I think you've seen Sing Street.
Yes.
Again, very good movie. I highly recommend. About Irish band or a fake Irish band, like a school kid who invents being in a band to impress some girl. And like he's very much inspired by the Smiths and the Cure and stuff. And like you get why with stuff like this. Like it's just like, I mean, some of the other songs in the album obviously more famous. The Light That Never Goes Out and
I Know
Big
It's
Mouth Strikes
Over.
Again. Yeah, I Know It's Over. Yeah, this is one of your favorite like albums of all time. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I love this album. I think Yeah, like Big Mouth was in my top 32, I think. Yeah. I just think, like, it's great. Like, sonically, lyrically, it's like, the whole time, the lyrics, if you, like, listen to them, he's just, like, whining about things. He's just complaining. And it's like, well, yeah. But it's, like, also about, like, his frustration with the media at the time and the music industry, because I think they were like changing record labels and they were just like having troubles recording, and Morrissey, gay man, probably in love with Johnny Marr.
Yeah.
Like, bro's just complaining, hooting and hollering.
I feel like it's definitely not one of the more well-known songs in this album, but I feel like Cemetery Gates is almost the most, I don't know, prototypical or like iconographic. Like, it's like especially the mentions of poetry. It's like Yates and Shaw. It's just like you're trying to sound so deep and meaningful. And meeting at the cemetery, which is not what normal
Keats
teenagers
and
do.
Yates are on my side.
Okay, we get you did lit once, like for a semester. Like, shut up, bro.
We must divide the prose and poems. The words you should be your own.
I mean, for reference,
Don't plagiarize. What is
like,
bro yapping about?
Yates, like, was in Civil War Ireland, and you were a posh British boy, bro. Like, you were not the oppressed here.
Yeah.
He's just.
And now I know how Joan of Arc felt.
She was crucified in the 14th century.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we doing here, man? Like,
But
but again,
I love
they
it.
slap. Like,
I love it. And I guess that goes for male manipulators as well. Like, they really resonate with feeling how Joan of Arc felt.
It's like,
It's like very on theme.
oh, it's like, yeah, like, can't believe you're breaking up with me after I emotionally cheat on you again. Like, oh, God, I feel like how Joan of Arc must have felt. Like, shut up. Oh, the worst guy you know is like, like this is the male manipulator, like Ryan Gosling, literally me, bro. Like, this is literally me. Yeah. But I mean, I had not listened to this album in full before. That's true for 4 out of the 6 albums that we're discussing today, and I mean, I loved it. I'd heard a couple of the songs on it. Yeah, probably like. So yeah, actually, this is music, so
I'm converting you to male manipulatorism.
No, please don't.
This is what this week has been.
I think it's also apt as well when I don't know if we feel like the person who's less familiar when they're giving their ratings for some of these albums. If we're using letterboxd rankings when we talk about movies, we have to use Fantana ratings talking about music. So this to me is a strong 8 to a light 9.
Okay.
Like, I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
It's like it's all very very varied. I think in some of the song choices, like the beginning of Queen is Dead with that whole. I'm a big fan of skits and things like that kind of just provide ambience and nothing else. We might talk about that more if we talk about like Kendrick's albums or any Pink Floyd stuff that are big on kind of skit heavy things. But yeah, and outside of that, like if it's not a skit, then like the songs are usually 3 minutes max. It's only about 40-minute album, but yeah, very very strong. But where are we headed to next in the land of male manipulators?
We are heading to Grace by Jeff Buckley, also the title track of the album.
She weeps on my arm, walking to the bright lights and sorrow. Oh, drink a bit of wine, we both might go tomorrow. Oh, my love, and the rain is falling. I believe my time has come. It reminds me of the pain I might leave behind. When the fire,
Beggar.
Yeah, this is easily one of the best tracks on the album for me.
Agree. I agree big time.
Do you have any more fun facts about Jeff?
Fun facts. Well, I've got like album stuff. So this was his only completed studio album. He was writing others, but he unfortunately and tragically died. He drowned
At
in
27 years old, I think.
I believe 28. I think.
Okay.
That was 1996. This album was 1994. It reached number 149 in the Billboard 200, and initially received mixed reviews, but it's gone on to become like a cult classic in albums. Like, it is widely critically acclaimed. Yeah, it's like when you die, I guess that gives people permission to make you a legend, which, yeah, I don't know.
It's not my favorite. I'll be honest. Out of the 6 albums, it's probably my least favorite.
Really?
Which, I mean, it's not a bad album by any means.
Yeah.
Like, it's like either a 7 or an 8. I feel like there's just a bit of, I don't know, like, some of the songs I just don't really care for that much. I'm not that interested in. They're kind of like a slower pace, some of them. A lot of the, like, because some of the songs where it works really well, where he starts off soft and gets really loud and, like, impassioned at the end, like, that works. Other times I'm kind of like, yeah, we get it. Like, you're, like, really in pain. Like, I feel like that a lot about, like, Mojo Pin, the first one. Like, it's like, I don't know, it's just, like, because if the melody doesn't match it, from, like, this is one where, like, the guitar stuff in this song, In Grace, is amazing. Like, the... Like, that's just, like, I'm a big fan of that, but when you don't have that behind you, it's just kind of like, I mean, it's not like bad music.
Well, he toured this album for, like, I think 18 months, like, around the world, and they, like, varied how they played it. Like, they would do acoustic sets, or they like have like the whole band there and have more people. It's like towards the end he started leaning more to having the whole band, I think.
I think live it'd be great though. Like, even the ones that I'm not big fans of, like those bits where, like, you know, you kind of just letting it wail. Like, if you're in a group of 30,000 people and you're all letting it just out, like that's like really cathartic, and that'd be good. Just, I don't know, me sitting in my room, I'm just like, all right, let's chill out a bit, Jeff. Which is why, well, but then, you know, there's Hallelujah on this album, and that's just, I mean, that's all-time classic. I mean, probably wider, like, public, that's easily the most well-known on here, I think.
It only became a number 1 in 2008. That was like his recording of Hallelujah.
Does that coincide with the beginning of the male manipulator
I
epidemic?
guess, yeah.
I mean,
it's like started growing mid-2000s, with also, that's around the time 500 Days of Summer came out.
Yeah.
If we're like tracing it back to that. But it's like, it's not always been that sort of era. Like, we've seen it in other films, like,
oh yeah, I
just
mean,
like High Fidelity.
Yeah, well, and it was just popular, and as you said, it
Yeah.
was popular in the same time. I mean, my parents love this album. Like, they're like, oh yeah, Grace by Jeff Buckley. It's like great. Shout out, Mum, if you're listening.
It was my singing teacher's favorite album.
Favorite.
Yeah. And he was the one that, in year 12, I did VCU music, and I was the singer of a band, and we did Lover You Should Have Come Over, a song from this album, and he pushed for me to sing it. And he's like, we're changing the key, and they made it higher. So I was belting even higher. So now I, like, cannot listen to this song. But I listened to it this week leading up to now, and I'm like, yeah.
Are we going to be treated to anything?
No.
Oh. Surely
Maybe in coming weeks.
Okay, maybe. And your favorite on the album, Forget Her.
Yeah.
Which is...
It's, like, not even... It wasn't originally on the album, I don't think. It, like, was added after.
It's probably my second favorite behind Hallelujah.
Okay. Well, he didn't write Hallelujah. He didn't write Hallelujah.
I meant favorite on the album. I knew he didn't write it.
Yeah,
I knew there was a
okay.
song before.
I didn't know if you knew that.
Yeah, no,
Okay, good. Leonard Cohen.
Yeah, but, like, I mean, everyone knows the Jeff Buckley version, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a bop, but Forget Her is, you know, get her somehow. At least I've got her now. Like, yeah. See, again, that for me, that's where it works, where you go from the loud to the, like, the more, like, he's, like, upset and, like, you know, being, like dramatic, but, like, kind of reserved about it. Like, yeah, that works for me. And again, I will get it when we get to the other albums. We'll see. I'll have some, I guess, thoughts that if they're really male manipulated music. But again, I see it.
Yeah.
Here. It's about a guy tortured in pain, and
Yeah.
you know, like you could just see a guy like, you know, taking a clip of this and sending it to a girl like, "This is me after what you did." Like you could see that very well. Where are we headed to next?
Should we go Souvlaki?
Sure, we'll head over to
Yeah.
Souvlaki.
This is... What song have I got? When the Sun Hits?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is When the Sun Hits from Souvlaki by Slowdive.
My game, don't lose me. Come so far, don't lose me. It matters where you are. As the sun hits, she'll be waiting. Cold things under heaven, ahead of her, you still burning. You're a song.
So Souvlaki is the second studio album of Slowdive, released in 1993. It placed at 51 in the UK albums chart for 1 week. Yeah, just like widely regarded as shoegaze classic, but not much.
Yeah, I'd never
Yeah.
heard of them before.
Yeah.
Which maybe I'll get flamed for that. I don't know. But I mean, I'm interested to hear more now. So are they still making music? Are they broken up?
Yeah, they're still together. I saw them last year live.
The same
Very-
like group of
Yeah,
people?
same lineup.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Rachel and Neil. So two singers
You don't know 'em,
also.
bro. You don't know.
Rachel and Neil. Rachel Goswell and Neil Halstead dated prior to making this album. And yeah, I know. And this was sort of...
They just want to be Fleetwood Mac, bro. Can never be Stevie
Yeah.
Nicks.
So they broke up, and it was like Neil primarily writing all the music. It still was. Like he basically wrote this entire album, but Rachel started writing more around this era. But Neil actually took like 2 weeks and went and like rented this cottage in Wales and wrote a bunch of like sad, like just like depressing music, and only one song from that made it on the album, and that's Dagger.
Okay, yeah.
So just them sort of like dealing with that breakup.
This is, so you say, is this like a landmark of shoegaze? Because
Yeah.
I obviously knew, like, just listening to it, you'd be like, okay, yeah, this is
This
shoegaze,
is
but
like,
is this
to
like-
me, this is the shoegaze album. Maybe other contender would be like Loveless by My Bloody Valentine.
But I like shoegaze. I like kind of the, I don't know if you call it overproduction, but like, you know, lots of like sound hitting your ears. It's very,
It's
it's not overpowering
the
or
freaking
overwhelming.
pedals.
Yeah.
Looking at their shoes, changing the pedals. That's how shoegaze got its name.
Fun fact for you kids at home,
Yeah.
the uncultured among you.
Whoa. What did
What-
you think?
Yeah, I liked it. I was very much. I mean, there's only so many expectations somebody can have if they've never heard of a band called Slowdive and an album called Souvlaki. I had no idea what this was going to be. And I deliberately didn't like decide to look up like anything about the album and see that they were a shoegaze band or anything like that. So I was very pleasantly surprised. Even from the first couple of tracks, I was like, oh, like I like this and get into this. This is great. Walking the dog / mowing the lawns, just like to do while the exercising when I'm kind of like got an empty head and I'm just like like vibing around. Like I was a massive fan of this. But I mean, I could see a little bit how this could be male manipulator-esque.
Yeah, I think also this one's just from personal experience because I've dealt with a few evil men, and this was both of their favorite albums.
Well, there you go. Okay. Yeah, see, I haven't, and I just like
Yeah.
I'm just listening to this like this is just bangers. Like,
I don't know. I think for this one, it's not necessarily like the lyrics themselves or the music. It's more just like the fan base.
yeah, okay. Which
Yeah.
again, as I hadn't been aware of this band, I have not interacted with any of them. I'm
Yeah.
not on r/slow
I
dive.
know. At the concert, I was just like looking around. I'm like, oh my god, help me, get me out of here.
I need an evacuation. Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I think also via just Spotify streams when I was listening to these, to this album. This is probably the least well known out of the albums
Yeah.
we'll talk about. So please, if you're at home and you haven't listened to Souvlaki by Slow Dive, I highly recommend it. Obviously, Amelia Rose does, but except if you're a man who already likes Grace by Jeff Buckley or The Smiths or
Yeah.
Kanye West,
Do not listen to Dagger. Do not listen to Dagger.
it is off limits. Okay, get
Yeah.
away. And especially if you listen to Radiohead.
No.
Shall we dive in?
Yes, we shall. This
Okay.
is Jigsaw Falling Into Place off In Rainbows by Radiohead. Banger!
This is just one of the best songs of all time. I don't know. You can't kid me. You definitely cannot kid Amelia Rose, as it was on her top 32 albums, songs of all time.
Yeah, this is like top 10. This was top 1 at one point.
This is maybe the best example of like just condensed, like calm. I don't know. You could interpret this as like as rage, as yearning, as sadness, as just frustration. Any of these things, and like how it's like you could sense this like there's something simmering at the beginning when it's like lighter, and then it just builds and builds and builds, and like it's great. It's not the last song of the album, but it's towards the end.
Yeah.
My God, and also what an album. Do you want to give us some facts about
Yeah.
In Rainbows by Radiohead?
So, In Rainbows was the 7th studio album. It was self-released in 2007, October 2007, as a download on their website without publicity, and it allowed fans to set their own price.
Which is crazy.
Which is crazy. They said that it liberated them from conventional promotional formats and removed barriers to audiences. But then it was followed by a retail release, which... Yeah, following that, the album topped the UK albums chart and the US Billboard 200, and by like a year after its initial self-release, it had sold more than 3 million copies worldwide.
I mean,
Which is insane.
but with good reason. I mean, this album. I mean, to me, it's a. This is again my first time for this episode listening to this album in full. I'd heard Jigsaw Falling Into Place and Weird Fishes /RPG previously, and
also, it won Grammys. We got a Grammy winner. Yeah, it won Best Alternative Music Album and Best Boxed or Special Limited Edition Package. And it was not... I don't know what that is, but it was nominated for Album of the Year as well. And House of Cards, one of the songs from the album, was nominated for Best Rock Performance by a Group with Vocal and Best Rock Song.
it's just great. I mean, toss up to me between if this is better or OK Computer. And I think do you prefer this or OK Computer?
I prefer this.
Okay.
I think this is like a perfect album. I think OK Computer, I have a couple skips that I like don't like as much as the rest of the album, but this album, it's like the only song I like more than any of the others is Jigsaw, I guess.
And I think in the general public, I think it's probably a 50-50 toss-up. Like, if you look on Album of the Year, OK Computer used to be the highest one of all time, and then Kendrick overtook it, and I think that, but I mean, everybody loves these albums. Like, I think they're all, like, I think 4 or 5 of Radiohead's albums are on the Rolling Stones 500 Greatest Albums of All Time. I think there's The Bends, Kid A, OK Computer, In Rainbows, and maybe Hail to the Thief is also on there, I'm not sure.
Maybe.
But yeah, I mean, it's just amazing. I'd be surprised if a lot of our listeners hadn't listened to this album.
I feel like Radiohead is like the male manipulator sort of music, other than like the Smiths, I guess. But
yeah, these guys are the next gen.
they have like multiple albums that you could choose from.
They're like
we were gonna do OK Computer, but Jeremy hadn't listened to In Rainbows before, and he had listened to OK Computer, so I'm like, I guess we'll do In Rainbows. Expose you to new Radiohead.
And I think this is another point. I'll just bring up the dilemma between the whole thing of, male manipulators. Is that, I mean, this album and most of the other albums too, but this album, it's just a banger album. Like it's kind of a shame that like, I feel like, because of the epidemic of male manipulators, any guy who just wants to listen to these albums is just like, I bet you're a terrible person. It's like, well, maybe I just think that Tom York makes some damn good music.
Yeah.
Or in the words of, what does Brad Pitt say? He's just like, they're the best. Which again, Brad Pitt, male manipulators.
Yeah. Also, I think it's really cool to note that they actually borrowed guitars from Johnny Marr of the Smiths to make this album.
Yeah, Tom York is definitely a Smiths fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great album, and I mean, it's one of the ones that lives up to the hype, because I'd heard about how great it was and everybody talking about like, oh, you have to listen to it, it's amazing, and it just is. Like, it just doesn't disappoint. And I don't think our next two albums disappoint either. Again, very highly acclaimed.
Yeah.
Very well known. Are we going to Tame or are we going to Kanye?
We're doing Tame first.
We're going to Tame first. Okay, we're saving best for last.
Yeah.
Right. This is The Less I Know, The Better from Tame Impala's Currents.
That was The Less I Know The Better from the third studio album by Tame Impala, Currents. It was the first time Kevin Parker... Did you know Tame Impala's just one guy, guys? Did you know that? Fun fact.
I thought we were going to get through without mentioning that. But.
Yeah, so this was the first time Kevin Parker made the music, like mixed the music and recorded all the instruments by himself. The album featured no other collaborators.
It didn't do very well, did it, commercially?
No. It won the Best Rock Album and Album of the Year at the ARIA Music Awards. It received Grammy nominations for Best Alternative Music Album. What else? Yeah, 2021.
It sucks, guys.
Yeah, it sucks. It was listed at number 12 in Rolling Stone Australia's list of the 200 greatest Australian albums of all time. And yeah, just lots of great critical acclaim for this album. Lots of fans.
Yeah, I mean, this song has over 1 billion streams.
Yeah.
Again, for an Australian artist, yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not my favourite song on the album, though.
What is your favourite song on the album?
Well, Let It Happen.
Yeah, I thought it would
Like,
be.
Yeah, I'm that guy who likes to wait 6.5 minutes for one guitar riff. That's me.
I don't know. I think that one just gets repetitive for me. I think most of this album, I don't actually like that much.
Yeah.
And this was the one I sort of included just because I feel like there's like a sub-genre.
Is this the Aussie male manipulators?
This is the Aussie male manipulators, yeah. It's like, I feel like not all Tame Impala fans are male manipulators, which is like the case for all of these, but like I feel like this even less.
This is the fewest by a
Yeah,
line.
definitely. But I feel like there are definitely some. And it's like they see you like wearing like a Tame Impala t-shirt and they're like, did you know Tame Impala is just one guy? Like, name 5 songs, I guess. It's like, I don't know. I feel like I've encountered some. I feel like it's definitely more niche than the others. But
I think what's telling though is that, I mean, in terms of the Smiths and Radiohead, they're not collaborating with anybody, maybe other than, as you said, like handing each other guitars and shit like that. I mean, I don't know that much about Slow Dive. I kind of assume a similar thing. Like, they stay in their niche, a lot of these people, with the exception of Mr. West, who we'll get to in a second. But, yeah, I mean, well, I think what's exemplary is, I mean, this guy's collab with Travis Scott. He did a remix of one of his songs from his latest album, Dracula, with Jenny from Blackpink. Like, this guy's just a chill. Dua Lipa loves him. She's like liking all his Instagram posts, which are hilarious, by the way, because he's like talking about, like, one of his posts had, who was it? It was like Murphy Reed from like the Fremantle Football Club. And like, this is Dua Lipa just commenting on this Instagram post, and it's just the awareness that, holy shit, Dua Lipa might be aware of a random second-year AFL player, Murphy Reed. And I don't. He just seems like, sure, I mean, everybody loves him. I mean, was it Dracula was the third on the Triple J Hottest 100?
I think so, yeah.
Like,
some of my friends wanted to see him later this year, but ticket prices are astronomical. Like, it's insane.
Because he's like, I mean,
but
even
like,
worldwide, he's probably the best in terms of rock music right now. Probably the biggest name, probably the best name going right now. And he's Australian. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's a tough guy to look. I'd imagine that'd be astronomical. And I think he released multiple more dates too.
Yeah, I think so.
He's just big time. Yeah. And this album, again, some of the songs I'm not huge on. Like,
there's like very few I would like actively listen to outside of the album.
For me, it's literally just The Less I Know The Better and Let It Happen.
Really?
Well, I kind of get sick of it because this is all that plays in my mum's car. She just loves, like, yeah, it's like her go-to car music. She listens to it driving home from work all the time. And it's like always just in there. And my brother loves it too, so I hear it a lot. And like in my own time, I'll only listen to Let It Happen if I'm wanting to, I don't know, be like sad. Because like anyway, but yeah, I'm not really like.
Because you're in the male manipulator feels.
No.
No?
No, it's not because of that. It's because of like, I don't know, it just feels like, I mean, Let It Happen, like, because of the long build up, it just feels like, I don't know, like, well, you have to, like, waiting for something and obviously, like, letting things happen or whatever. But, I don't know.
It's just very cathartic.
Yeah. And that's what I like, I don't know. But the rest of these songs, like, I don't know, like, The Moment, Nangs, like, it's just like, ugh. Like,
yeah, I don't really like a lot of them. I thought you'd like more. I'm, like, shocked.
I like the same person, the new person's Same Old Mistakes, which is probably the most male manipulator song on here.
Yeah.
And I just like it because it's more different, because it's, like, I feel like it's darker, and all the other ones, like some of the high-pitched vocals with like a slower drum beat. It's just like, I get it. Like,
originally it was written like I think as a psychedelic rock album, but then he like changed it up to make it more dance music, more widely listenable.
That clearly didn't work out for him.
No,
he's struggling. Shall we move to somebody who definitely is struggling right now?
Yes.
And he does not shy away from making people aware of his struggles. We'll say that. Listen to a little bit of Lost in the World off of Kanye West's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
You're my devil, you're my angel, you're my heaven, you're my hell, you're my now, you're my forever, you're my freedom, you're my jail, you're my lies, you're my truth. You're my war, you're my truth. You're my questions, you're my proof. You're my stress and your mama sues. Mama say, mama mock the sun. Lost in this plastic life. Let's break out of this fake ass party. Turn this into a classic night. If we die in each other's arms, still get laid in the afterlife. If we die in each other's arms, still get laid, yeah. Run from the lights, run from the night, run for your life. I'm new.
Also Jeremy's dance moves just then, incredible.
Hey man, I mean, this song is this is one of the best album closers of all time, in my opinion, easily.
Who will survive in America?
Okay, well that's technically the album closer, but it's just a part 2 to this song.
Yeah.
And shout out One Battle After Another. That's Gil Scott Heron at the end of in the at the end of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, giving his poem that one of his other spoken word poems is used in that movie. The whole bit about Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, and Hewleville Junction will never be so goddamn relevant. Very revolutionary. But yeah, I mean, I could even say a lot of album facts about this.
Yeah, you
but
go.
No, but you've prepared some.
No, I've just said that it's like primarily produced by Kanye, his 5th album, certified triple platinum, lots of guest appearances, some of which include Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Jay-Z, Pusha T, Rick Ross, Kid Cudi, John Legend, Bon Iver, Raekwon, Elton John, Fergie.
Yes.
Can we play Fergie's part? Do you have it?
Yeah, I can bring it up. We can listen to a little bit of Fergie from this album. Yeah, that can be managed. But I'll pull that up in a second.
Yeah.
This is like,
and the song that Fergie is on, All of the Lights, and like all those other people, it was nominated for Song of the Year and won in Best Rap Song and Best Rap Song Collaboration.
And this album won for Best Rap Album, I think, at the Grammys as well.
Yes.
And again, one of the most acclaimed albums of all time, for good reason. And yeah, we can have a little listen to Fergie of the Black Eyed Peas on this
Credit card glad.
That's spoiler alert. Amelia Rose.
It's just the best.
All right,
it's
here
so
we
funny.
go. Everybody get ready for a little bit of All of the Lights and in particular Fergie.
You should go and get your own.
Unemployment line, credit card decline. Did I not mention I was about to lose my mind? And also was about to do that line. Okay, you know we're going all the way this time.
And that's all she's
I
there.
was about to lose my mind.
This song has about 12 features or something ridiculous, and it's just
Elton John.
Yeah, I mean, basically threw everybody in the booth and just said, "Do your thing." I mean, Elton John's on the piano. You got Drake giving one line, like why? And okay, so I'll give a bit of backstory now about this album.
Yeah, you go.
We all know about the Taylor Swift Kanye West incident, and this is the aftermath of that. So he had another album called Good Ass Job that was in the planning stages, and that happened, and he kind of went into he exiled himself basically to
Exile, Taylor Swift reference
with Boney
with
Bear.
Boney Bear.
Shout out Boney Bear, last week's one of our albums last week, and also apparently the chillest guy in music, because no matter how many people who hate each other, people on both sides of all beefs always just want to work with him because he's like, I guess he's goated. Shout out Justin Vernon.
I love him.
But yeah, exiled himself to Hawaii, and the recording sessions for this. So I think Power is the most produced one in that I had 10,000 man hours like pumped into this. 10,000 hours into one song, and you listen to any of the songs in this album, and like the production
No
is
one man should have all that power.
yeah. And like some of the rules there, so there was formal dress code in the studios, so
I did know that.
guys in suits, girls in like like in like dresses, and like they would work from like 9 p.m. till 7 a.m. in the morning, then they'd sleep in the day. Like everyone was on shitloads of weed. The guys would just go, there's like a basketball court nearby, and they just play with Hawaiian locals and stuff. And there were like laws, like no phones in the building when you're in the studio. They called them Kanye commandments. People were talking about like the backstory to this album and the production is like legendary. And I mean Power in particular, that was the lead single. Because everyone hadn't heard a peep from Kanye, which usually you're hearing a lot of peeps from him, as everybody knows. Hadn't heard a peep of him from about like 10, 11 months, and then it's like, all right, he's gonna be on SNL this week with his new song. Like, what's this gonna be? And then he just walks there. He's like, no one man should have all that. And he's just like, I know this album is crazy because it's like it's that perfect mix, I think, between old Kanye, where he's very self-conscious, like very self-conscious, very chill. Very woke, actually. Very woke. Like that was the whole Kanye thing prior even to Trump, basically. Like prior to Trump, the Kanye thing was, this guy's too woke. He's out of control. He's calling out George Bush on live television saying he hates black people. Like he's on the other end of this. He's like, we need to like end gang violence and all this stuff. Like we need to like work together as a black community.
Well, the college dropout album and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
And the problem with tertiary education, how
Yeah.
it's restrictive to some people, how it makes other people hard to get jobs and things. And then then pretty much post this, he gets more like, I mean, one of the songs on the next album after this is called "I'm a God." Like, what are we doing here? It's called Jesus. Jesus. It's also a banger. It's a banger.
It's a banger, guys. Weezers. Weezers slaps.
Yeah. I think one of the episodes will be a Kanye, I don't know, retrospective or a Kanye discography discussion.
Next week?
That's probably a bit too soon.
That's true.
Yeah.
In weeks to come.
Yeah. I mean, maybe next week. No promises, no restrictions. But yeah. And this song is, I think, in terms of Lost in the World, the one that you chose, it's probably the most palatable.
Yeah.
To if you hadn't listened to a Kanye song, you'd be like, oh, maybe I could get into it, and then you'd listen to All the Lights again. Like, this is one. He's an artist that you have to.
Have you lost your mind?
Tell me where we think we crossed it.
I know.
Yeah. We're not going to sing any more of that. The next line.
No more. Yeah. Interpolating Black Sabbath in that one, Kanye.
Yeah, no, I mean this guy is 100% the goat of finding random songs and like be like, yeah, I can chop that up and grab a bit of it and chuck it in my rap song, and it works every time. I watched you see them all the time on like reels, people being like, it'll be from Graduation in particular, every song and a sample. Sometimes he samples himself. And like just like he'll chop it up, he'll chop up a little bit of it so it's like 2 seconds played on repeat or played backwards or played slower or faster, and he'll like change the pitch of it, and suddenly that'll be just the beat to his song, and it's like the best thing you've ever heard, and you're like, what the fuck? Like Otis is the best example. That took him like 15 minutes to make, and it's maybe the best rap beat I've ever heard in my life.
Can we play some Otis?
So we're going so off topic. So fuck yeah, we can play some Otis.
Of Jeremy's top 32 songs as well.
Oh my, yeah. And, I mean, Otis is a disgustingly well-made song.
It's so good.
Let's have
I played it in the car coming back from a trip, like a camping trip.
Yeah.
With my friend Steph, and we were just like, I don't think she'd heard it before, and she was like, "Oh my god, what is this?" Yeah. All right. We'll listen to a little bit of Otis off of "Watch the Throne" by Jay-Z and Kanye West, and obviously featuring Otis Redding.
It makes it easier to bear. You won't regret it, no. Some girls, they don't forget it. Love is their home, happiness, Sweet.
Sounds so soulful, don't you agree? I invented sweat, popping bottles, putting supermodels in a cab. Proof, I guess I got my swagger back. Truth, new watch alert, view blows, or the big face rollie, I got 2 of those. Arm out the window through the city, I maneuver slow. Cock back, snap back, see my cut through the holes.
Damn, Easy and Hov, where the hell you been? Niggas talking real reckless, stunt man. I adopted
Oh my god.
That is just a little clip of one of the best rap songs ever, one of the best songs ever made. I mean,
I just filmed Jeremy's dancing to that, and that will be on the Instagram later.
with the audio, hopefully.
With the audio. So stay tuned to see Jeremy jam in to Otis.
Yeah, I mean, the way he chops him and brings him up at the end of each verse to like bring back the squeezer, don't teaser. You get more of similarly amazing stuff on every song in My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. But again, this is male manipulator music.
Yeah.
This is like, I'm broken, and like I know I'm broken, but I'm like the best and stuff still, and like I treat women like objects.
Run away.
Run away from me.
Run away from me, baby. Run away.
Yeah.
Let's play the blame game. I call you bitch for short.
You call me
Motherfucker for long. I love that song. I reckon that one's top 3 of the album.
That's crazy because it's most people's in mine like least favorite.
I
of the
love
album.
it. I genuinely, you got John Legend, Chris Rock. There's like a whole Chris Rock like comedy monologue
Yeah.
for the second half of the song, which honestly,
You know, Chris Rock, a lot of his material was inspired by The College Dropout. Like he said, he was
Really?
heavily impacted by that album.
that's why Grown Ups is so good.
Yeah.
Best movie ever made, guys.
And also, I know she's very problematic right now, but
Onika.
is that your term for Nicki Minaj?
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Onika equal burger.
maybe the best rap verse ever on Monster. Please listen
Yeah.
to Nicki Minaj's rap verse on
Pull
Monster.
up in the monster automobile gangster
with a bad bitch that came from Sri Lanka.
Yeah, I'm in the dark,
Colour the Willy Wonka. You could be the king, but watch the queen conquer.
first. Yeah.
Right, we'll stop. Yeah. This is, I mean, you're the one who selected this album. This album for me is like a 10.
This album is also a 10 for me.
Like it's,
This is like top 3 albums for me, I think.
this is,
Maybe top 5.
yeah.
But
I mean, amazing stuff. Yeah, so we'll do a little bit of some. What do we think? Do we think male manipulated music is just sad songs that have a bit of sadness and like grunge, like, oh, I suck to them, but also like, and do you think that's just the crux of it, or is there a bit
I think, well, it's also just like the fan base
Yeah,
of
okay.
certain musicians. The musicians don't even necessarily have to have the vibe of that.
Yeah.
It's like some Tame Impala fans.
a bit of gatekeeping
like-
as well? To it a lot of the
Yes.
time, it's like, oh, you're not really a the Smiths
Yeah.
fan, like,
Exactly.
yeah, okay,
I think it just, like, it's the fan base in occasion. Well, a lot of the time it's the music itself. But a lot of the time it isn't. So, yeah. Just a mixture of the music and the fan base, I guess.
stay away from them, boys and girls. Stay away from male manipulators. If he's listening to Radiohead,
Run! Run away!
And now we'll end with a bit of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Try and guess the
Okay.
one-hit wonder from their new music. I'll play a bit of their new music, give you time to think about it, and then we'll reveal what their original hit was.
I'm scared.
Start off with one of the easier ones.
I feel like I'm going to suck at this.
Love a liar, like a moth to a flame. But we knew that it was something special from the start. Had that good, bad loving in my heart. You know that now I need a sequel to the movie that we made.
Okay, I know who this is, I think. This plays on Chemist Warehouse Radio all the time.
This song?
This song.
Oh, really?
This song plays on Chemist Warehouse Radio.
Damn.
And it just, like, I hate it.
I didn't know that it was going to help you.
Yeah. See, this
okay.
might be the problem. Chemist Warehouse Radio plays some not great music. And this is one of the songs.
This is
this
the newest song I'll say,
yeah.
I think. But yeah, this
is this Tones and I?
This is Tones
Yeah,
and I.
thank
With
you.
also that song particularly
That
has
features
David Guetta and Teddy Swims.
Yeah, I was gonna say Teddy Swims
Yeah.
as well.
David Guetta's the beat guy, and which means I'll have to
I didn't
to
know
the chagrin
David
of
Guetta.
everybody, we'll have to play a little bit of dance.
No, please don't. This was my brother's year 6 graduation song. He danced to this.
Everyone be picture Spencer dancing right now.
Shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing.
Ah!
And now I beg to see you dead.
Ah!
Oh yeah.
I saw her in the flesh. I don't know if I've told you this. I was at this, like, festival in, like, a few years ago, and she was, like, hosting it or something. So I saw her in the flesh. Did
I feel
not watch
bad
her
for
set.
her.
Why?
She just made a little song. I mean, she made so much fucking money off it. It's got like 3 billion
Yeah.
streams, but everyone hates her. Like everyone.
Because it sucks.
Not that song. So I haven't listened to any of her other stuff. I haven't listened.
I've listened to a couple because of Chemist Warehouse Radio.
such as Gone, 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 featuring Teddy Swims and David Guetta.
I did not know it was called that.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. Good point. That was one of the more gettable ones. 2 of them I'll be very surprised. That's one of the 3 ones where I'm like, yeah, you could get that.
Okay.
This is one of the more gettable ones
Okay.
coming up here. I'll give you actually the title
David
of the
Guetta,
song.
bull. Sorry.
This song is called When the Day Comes. Maybe that'll be a bit of a hint. to you.
Okay.
I don't know.
Stay in my bed 'cause it's 2 in the night. Woo! Why can't I sleep when it's 2 in the night? 'Cause the fire in my soul, hey, the fire in my soul got me ready to fight and I'm ready for war. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Climbed the streets and I found my way over. You know I've been so lost in translation, like I'm fighting for truce in Babylon, trying to find my peace in the zone of war. Even when the day comes, yeah. Even when the day comes.
I have no idea who that is.
You might not know the art. You'll know the song. Like
Okay.
I'll take if you guess the one
Okay.
hit wonder. If you guess the hit, that'll count.
I don't know, because all that I was thinking of when I was thinking of that sounds exactly like someone I went to high school with who has
Oh, really?
released music,
I thought you were
but
gonna
it's
say that
like
sounds
it's
like-
not him.
That sounds like FIFA music.
No.
Because that song is FIFA music.
No. But yeah, he releases like rap music, and he was in my music class, and we had to do like vocal solos, and he, the morning of, pulled up, like hadn't practiced this, pulled up the lyrics of Shallow by Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper and belted that out. So yeah.
Well, fair enough. I'll give you a little hint. 2013 or 14. I'm not quite sure. I think it's 2013. But like,
I don't know. I don't even have a guess.
all right. Well then, I
I
guess
know,
you're
I
not gonna get it.
suck.
Yeah. I'll give you another hint.
Okay.
Very like upbeat, chill kind of like youthful, exuberant vibes. Or not exuberant, but just youthful and like hopeful, like earnest vibes for the next one.
We love the earth.
Okay, it's a little dicky.
It is a plan.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I don't know.
if you guessed it at home, good job. But this is.
Thinking that we could be something for real. Now am I wrong for trying to reach the things that I can't see?
It sounds very similar, doesn't it? They did not
I
change
guess,
their vibe
yeah. I could not even name who that was by.
up. Yeah, that's Nico and Vinz. Shout out,
Okay.
good artists, but I say that was gettable because they sound similar. Like
yeah,
if you
I
were just
guess.
like, oh,
but
I
it's
could
like, I haven't heard that song in ages.
it's a one-hit wonder.
Well, yeah, but like, I don't know.
All right, this next one you're cooked for. This is
Oh no,
their
no.
later song. You stand zero chance of getting.
Oh, okay.
But
So you hate me?
no, this is purely for comedic effect. This
Okay.
one. But you know what? If you get this, then I don't know. I'll buy you like 15 lunches in a row for the next every like I don't know what else, but like you're basically goated. You are the goat if you get this.
Okay.
I'll give you the title. This is Lord Bateman's Motorbike is the name of this song.
Lord Bateman gets up early, lifts the latches on the gate. 7 horses stabled and the family sleeping late. 1,400 acres, 2 daughters and a son. He'll ride the eastern coast and back before the morning's done.
You're gonna need a hint.
Yeah.
The one hit that song's from 2008, but the one hit wonder is from 1997.
Okay.
Massive song. And I'll give you a big one. Pub classic.
Yeah, okay. I don't know, Chumbawamba? Is it actually Chumbawamba? Oh my god!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down.
that is the craziest. How was it? Because I said
Did
the year.
you know that they have like the longest album title in history for one of their albums?
Okay. No, I didn't.
It's like, I don't even remember what it is. But
What the
bit of
fuck?
trivia.
Is
They,
the
like,
reason why you got
overtook-
that because I said 1997?
No,
Oh,
because
okay.
I was like, well, maybe. You said pub classic, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I guess that fits. And I was thinking, there would be something like that, I guess. I don't know. And I was thinking of Chumbawamba this morning, actually. I was, like, thinking about that bit of trivia because I was listening to When the Pawn by Fiona Apple, which was the longest title, like, longest album title until it got overtaken by Chumbawamba. I think.
That's it. There was I had no faith in you. I was wrong. I'm sorry.
So
all right. Well, then then you have to get this next one. 'Cause if you got that, then you suck. This one's pretty simple. The title of this song is just called Denali, 2024 release. Maybe you heard on Chemist Warehouse Radio. I don't know. This band is one that to me isn't a one-hit wonder, but by the metrics of one of their songs being vastly, vastly popular than anything else ever done, it has to be. But yeah, this is Denali. Now, you said Foster the People.
Yeah.
It's not.
I feel like it's someone we've covered.
No.
It's not? Okay.
No.
I don't know.
I don't know if this will help you. It won't because you don't know FIFA soundtracks. But
I knew
like Foster the People, like
was
Nico
like-
and Vins, like everybody last week, FIFA soundtrack merchants, these guys.
I was trying to think of FIFA music, but I don't know.
You know the song. You know the one-hit wonder.
Okay.
You know it.
Is it in your 64?
No.
Ugh. So it's not the... Okay.
This would definitely be on Chemist Warehouse Radio or something along that ilk. Maybe it isn't, but you hear this shit in malls and whatever.
Okay. I don't know.
Well, here we go.
To keep my hands on myself. Pick out dust them off, put them back up on the shelf. Just a little baby girl isn't me. Am I coming out of left field? Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks.
Right. Well, we just got some info from the chat that apparently some other album, most of the remixes by Soul Wax, has had the record for longest album title in between Fiona Apple and Chumbawamba.
Yeah, okay.
That's the most actually thing that's ever happened here.
Thank you, Max.
Thank you, Max.
That's my boyfriend.
Yeah, but yeah, Feel It Still, Portugal the Man.
Right.
You can hear that when.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I would never have gotten that.
Really?
I
Yeah,
wouldn't have gotten
I'll
that.
just play a little bit of the early one again.
Yeah.
I'll be surprised.
I guess, but it's like, I don't know.
Keep my hands on myself.
I don't know. I think it's there. But
Yeah.
this last one, which we'll end the stream with the one hit wonder, but first I'll play the hint.
Yeah. Okay.
This sums up how I think how well you're gonna do for this one. You ain't got much of a chance.
On a scale from 1 to 10, my friend, you're fucked. In lack of other words, I'd say you're fucked. You are, as they say in Japanese, fucked from the head down to the knees. I am sorry to inform you, you are fundamentally fucked.
No guesses?
I don't know. No hints?
They like F words in their songs.
Okay. I don't know. The only other one I'm like thinking of.
Bo Burnham?
No.
Okay. Because it gives me, it's not him, but it gives me those words.
I know enough Bo Burnham.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I was so sure you were gonna pull up like Rick Astley
No.
and like Rickroll people. I thought you'd pull that up. I don't know. I don't even have a guess.
Okay. Well, we'll see you guys next week at 11 because we'll end with this song.
Okay.
Next week, Wednesday at 11. Do we have the movie yet, or?
No, I was waiting for you to tell me your music choice.
Okay. So we will be announced at the Instagram, the Matinee soundtrack, all lowercase. Please follow. if you showed up late and you wanted to hear about Rayman, or you left early because you had a class or something and you wanted to hear about the male manipulator music, these will be up on Spotify. We'll see you next week. For now, though, enjoy our final song.
Oh my...
Dog goes woof, cat goes meow, bird goes tweet, and mouse goes squeak. Cow goes moo, frog goes croak, and the elephant goes toot. Ducks say quack, and fish go blub, and the seal goes ow, ow, ow. But there's one sound that no one knows. What does the fox say? What the fox say? What the fox say? Hatty, hatty, hatty ho, hatty, hatty, hatty ho, hatty, hatty, hatty ho. What the fox say? What the fox say? Big blue eyes, pointy nose, chasing mice and digging holes. Tiny paws up the hill. Suddenly you're standing still. Your fur is red, so beautiful, like an angel.